Hi everyone, welcome into my new viewers and welcome back to my Serendipity Subbies. You've tuned in to Colleen C to Serendipity. Hi, I'm Colleen. Today is October 29th, 2022, and I would like to bring you this day in history. Nearly 4 decades after he became the first astronaut to orbit the Earth, Senator John Herschel Glenn Jr. is launched into space again as a payload specialist aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery on October 29, 1998. At 77 years of age, Glenn was the oldest human ever to travel in space. During the 9-day mission, he served as part of a NASA study on health problems associated with aging. Glenn, a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Marine Corps, was among the 7 men chosen by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, in 1959 to become America's first astronaut. A decorated pilot, he had flown nearly 150 combat missions during World War II and in the Korean War. In 1957, he made the first non-stop supersonic flight across the United States, flying from Los Angeles to New York in 3 hours and 23 minutes. In April of 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin was the first man in space, and his aircraft, Volchok 1, made a full orbit before returning to Earth. Less than 1 month later, American Alan B. Shepard Jr. became the first American in space when his Freedom 7 spacecraft was launched on a suborbital flight. American Gus Grissom made another suborbital flight in July, and in August, Soviet cosmonaut German Titov spent more than 25 hours in space aboard Vostok 2, making 17 orbits. As a technological power, the United States was looking very much second-rate compared to its Cold War adversaries. If the Americans wanted to dispel this notion, they needed a multi-orbital flight before another Soviet space advance arrived. On February 20th, 1962, NASA and Colonel John Glenn accomplished this feat with a flight of Friendship 7, a spacecraft that made 3 orbits of Earth in 5 hours. Glenn was hailed as a national hero, and on February 23rd, President John F. Kennedy visited him at Cape Canaveral. Glenn later addressed Congress and was given a ticker tape parade in New York City. Out of a reluctance to risk the life of an astronaut as popular as Glenn, NASA essentially grounded the Clean Marine in the years after his heroic flight. Frustrated with this uncharacteristic lack of activity, Glenn turned to politicians and in 1964 announced his candidacy for U.S. Senate from his home state of Ohio and formally left NASA. Later that year, however, he withdrew his Senate bid after seriously injuring his inner ear during a bad fall. In 1970, following a stint as a Royal Crown Cola executive, he ran for the Senate again, but lost the Democrat nomination to Howard Metzenbaum. 4 years later, he defeated Metzenbaum won the general election, and went on to win re-election 3 times. In 1984, he unsuccessfully sought the Democrat nomination for the president. In 1998, Glenn attracted considerable media attention when he returned to space aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. In 1999, he retired from his U.S. Senate seat after 4 consecutive terms in office, a record for the state of Ohio. Glenn died on December 8, 2016, at the age of 95. Thank you all for watching today, and I want you to stay blessed and stay safe, and remember to smile, because I love you, but more importantly, God loves you. Bye. I'll see you in my next video.